One thing we need to talk about here is you need to talk a little bit about how I have just done this and a couple of things to think about when you're doing this. Remember, this is only 4 by 4, so when you look at this like this, oops, you're looking at something that is full size, but 4 by 4 inches, much bigger. This line actually doesn't exist, not to worry about it. I've just spent, an hour working on this just because I wanted to. And one of the things I did was I put black behind here. How I did this is as follows. Instead of putting it actually in the text box, and you can see I've got text justifying left, text justifying right, text justifying in the center. And you can see I've really thought about where the line breaks are going to be. Really, really think about where your line breaks are. All right, but let's talk about doing these black boxes behind. So I'm going to get rid of the black box here. So the moment the text is in white, you can't see it. I'm going to use the square, and I'm going to go in here and do that. And I'm going to give it a fill of black. If you're going to use either registration or black, but not both. Okay. Now I'm going to send this to the back. I'm going to arrange send to back. And you'll see that it's already got the words on there. So these words, if I highlight them, I've just changed them to white. That was as simple as that. I also did a little bit of black boxes on either side so that the image is coming in and out. I'm going to send this one back. You'll see what you're going to do is I'm going to send this to back. Okay, that's good. And so push in, I want this one sent to back. Okay, click on that one. Object, send to back. All right, and then this one, object, arrange, send to back. All right, just because, no, object, arrange, bring forward. Okay, all right, so that's pretty much the way it's going to look. I've used the overview printing to sort of get rid of some of the lines, and I've used the Shift W to go in and out. But one of the things, again, none of your text should be below a 10 point, unreadable. Never more than 3 fonts in here. I've only used 1. Make sure that if you want it to be read, this has got to come up a little bit. If you want it to be read well, and there's always want to have a little bit of white space, think about this white space here, matching that white space there, just about. Okay, let's look at this. All right. Looks about right, not great, but it's good. This would not be one of my best things I've ever done. All right, so that's a little bit of some of the things you might think about when you're doing this. I've moved them around. I've moved these around so that your eye is being pushed down the bundle. And then the 2 things hierarchy is love your pet and check out my Etsy store. And then the pictures so they can see what they're getting.